It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. Next on Madden NFL 24.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Now, Charles, you and I, we've done a lot of games together. Always seems like we're rehashing the same storylines. Turnovers, of course, always a big story. Quarterback play, running backs, yada, yada, yada. But getting ready for this one word kept coming to mind, and that's preparation.
Well, it's critical to be prepared physically, mentally. When you think about getting ready for an NFL game, you have to wonder, what will they throw at us that maybe we haven't seen before? 2-minute drill, maybe different things like that. Got to be prepared. You're exactly right.
It's a rivalry that dates back to 1921. The Packers and Bears are underway from Chicago. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by a first-round pick in the 2020 draft out of Utah State. This is Jordan Love.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Play action this time with Love. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
This 2nd and 4. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Got Doubs over the middle. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
A gain of 5. First down, Green Bay.
Completes it again to Doubs. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Zach Pickens on the tackle. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Love looking to throw it. And this is going to be incomplete. Runs up fourth down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
Nice call by the defense there on third down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
So off goes Love. On is Carlson for the Packer field goal. From the right hash. This from 45 yards away. And his kick is indeed good. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. Well, you're on the road. You get the ball first. Obviously, you wanted the touchdown, Charles, but still, to come in here and take the 3-0 lead has to feel pretty good.
I would agree with that totally, because you come in on the road, getting your offense established, making sure that they're settled in, going against the hostile crowd, because every crowd is hostile on the road. Yeah, you got to feel good about that. A nice little opening drive, come away with a field goal, and they feel good as they face the rest of this game.
So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. Velus Jones now from his end zone. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down. Back to throw. Williams. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
Now a play fake here on first down. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, Williams. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 33. A nice pickup there, 10 yards. Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And partner, you know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. Back in my day, we used to call a guy like this a workhorse, except he carried the ball all the time. Now they get it to him a variety of ways, but you're right. They want to run their offense through him.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession. as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd down and 4. Looking to throw. Williams. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Following the interception, Love. That's taken in by Watson. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing. Love. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on 3rd down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Once again, it's Jacobs. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Now Love. Finds his receiver, Watson. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. On 1st and 10, Love. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jacobs. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 29-yard line.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to get the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down.
I can't help but chuckle a little bit because at this point, it can't be a surprise to anyone in the building who's going to get the ball. They just keep feeding him over and over, and he just keeps on delivering.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Here's Love. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They trail 3-0 after the INT last time led to a field goal, but now another fresh start here, 1st and 10. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And they've been kept off the scoreboard in this first half, but here toward the end, they're trying to change that in one fell swoop, but that winds up incomplete.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Williams. He'll get this off to Swift. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Back to throw. Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. A handoff, Swift running to the left. Unable to corral him, he fights through. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
A gain of 15 yards brings up 4th down.
So we've reached halftime. All we have to show for the first half, a lone field goal. 3-0 our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, back to you two in just a bit. But first, welcome everyone to downtown Orlando and our EA Sports Halftime Report. This one's been all about the defense. Just a lone field goal in that first half. And as a result, not too much available in terms of highlights. But that's okay. We've got a full half to go. And to bring it your way, let's get back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
Let's go.
Just one field goal and a tightly played first half as we resume action here in quarter number 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. But they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
Well, they've got the lead, but it's certainly not a big one. And how do you keep control of that lead? Certainly not by that last play there. They gave up a big sack on the first play of this drive. Now it's double the distance to the first down marker.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. Williams.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Third down and 13. Operating from the gun, Williams. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Kenny Clark able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. And you get the feeling, Charles, yeah, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. We still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world who can use every club in the bag and make a great shot. That's what he's doing with his pass rush moves right now, showing a little bit of everything. They have no way of stopping him.
Here comes the Bears punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. The return is Reed. We'll call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Love now. A quick throw there is incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Now a second down throw for Love here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. And quickly out wide, this is Watson. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 42-yard line.
From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5. They will run the draw with Jacobs. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 46 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Working out of the gun. Love. Right side to Watson.
Love's pass. Complete to number 9, Christian Watson. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the Bears' 23-yard line.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. To throw now. Here's Love. And that's going to be incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He had a man open, but he missed.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll run with Davis. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on. Executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Josh Jacobs, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Packers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Anders Carlson now for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. A 10-play drive that time. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Carlson back out there now to send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And he'll be stopped at about the 38 after a pickup of 4.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. And this offense on third down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. He's to the 15, and he gets it all the way down to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Oh, big-time credit. What a play design there. They wanted to get him loose in the open field, and they succeeded. He had all sorts of room to operate in, and they finally track him down inside the 5-yard line.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, Williams to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Williams looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
Here's Williams. Gonna throw on 3rd and goal. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Gerald Everett from 3 yards out. And the Bears have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Santos able to tack on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 72 yards on the ground here for Jacobs, and this is a 1st down.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
Now here's a pass on 1st down. It's knocked away and incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Glove. That's complete to Dobbs. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Stopped on the play by Jaquan Brisker. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs, and not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. If you want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Here's Jacobs. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. Here's Jacobs. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers will add to their fourth quarter lead.
And that right there is the definition of a statement drive. You're in the fourth quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101, check that box.
Carlson's extra point up and good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
On
So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. So now the Bears down by 10, just over a minute 40 to play. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Well, they're not going to go quietly. That's a big play right there. 2 scores down. They're not out of this, but they've got to move.
Now Williams. And his throw is incomplete.
Passing lanes, tough to come by with so many defensive backs on the field here late in the game. And it's not just the number of bodies, it's their quickness and their agility that makes it tough to complete a pass.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Back to throw. Williams. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. A big play looming on 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Packers D comes up with a big stop. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. The Packers looking to get out of here with a win as they take the knee. To a knee goes Love, and that should be that. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from Soldier Field.